Welcome to Weeping Willow Homestead, and today I have a grocery haul for you. This is all Aldi. We are a family of 7. My husband is a semi-truck driver and is gone 5 days a week, so he doesn't eat a whole lot from at home, but we try to plan things for him to take in his truck with him. He takes a lot of leftovers and random snacks and those kind of things. I am a stay-at-home mom, and we homeschool, so the kids and I eat all of our meals at home. Like, we very, very rarely eat out. It's an extremely rare treat because that is part of our grocery budget, and I would rather spend $100 at the grocery store than $100 at a restaurant, or even $25 at a fast food place. And anymore, we can't feed us for $25 at a fast food restaurant. And for $25, I can make at least a couple of pretty darn decent homemade meals. Anyway, we have a grocery budget we try to stay under $500 a month, preferably under that, but we have enough leniency to get up to $600 if we're finding some really good deals, or if we just find that we need to spend a little bit more than we usually do. And with the price increases, yeah, that happens more and more often, it seems. We are in a season of needing a little bit of a hand up, so we do visit a couple of food pantries in our area, and that saves us some on our grocery budget and saves a whole lot of food from going to the dumpster, because that's where most of that food is headed. And yeah, I think that's my whole spiel. Let's look at my meal plan for the next at least 2 weeks. Generally, what we try to do is we try to grocery shop for 2 weeks worth of groceries and meal plan 2 weeks worth of groceries, like a solid 2 weeks, maybe a little bit more. And then at the end of that 2 weeks, I assess whatever I have on hand, and then I wing it for the next 2 to 3 weeks, or grocery shop for at least 2 to 3 weeks worth of food, and then we push the 3rd to 4th week from what we have received from the food pantry, what we have on hand that's left, what we're getting out of the garden, that kind of thing. So, all right, meals wise, we have hot dogs and burgers. I had picked up hot dogs the last time we went to the grocery store, and we just never got them used. And my husband ate most of the burgers. He got on like a burger kick. So I picked up another thing of those. Big Mac salads is a family favorite. Meatloaf, and I want to do like the little mini ones and make them bacon cheeseburger meatloaf, something along those lines. And then probably do something like potato wedges or potato salad or something like that with it to make it kind of more like burger flavored. I don't know. We had a lot of that kind of meals in this rotation. And this is like, when I write down, I start out with, I will ask the kids what meals they want. So this was all of their choices. And then I'll fill in the rest from whatever I have on hand and what sounds good and that kind of thing. I also needed to say, my husband and I eat low carb generally for health reasons. Our kids don't, but they do eat less carbs than the average kid does. But we kind of try to stick to the carbs coming from the food pantry rather than us purchasing them. So you're not going to see like breads, rice and pasta, chips. There's some snacky food, but like a lot of that comes from the food pantry. So anyway, breakfast for dinner is a family favorite and is a nice, oh crap, I need to come up with something to make for a dinner meal. Haystacks is taco salad, but instead of taco meat, you use canned baked beans, and you can do them cold or warm. If you do them cold, it's a really nice meal for like a hot summer day, and we are getting ready to have a heat wave coming up. It's in the 60s today, and by the end of the week, it's supposed to be in the 90s. Boo. Pesto chicken zucchini it's pretty much that. You cook chicken, you put zucchini in the pan, you toss it all with pesto, put some mozzarella cheese on top, and it's done. You can either do it in the skillet or in the oven. Cracked chicken is a crock pot recipe. Salisbury steak is it's like a poor man's Salisbury steak, so we're going to try it. The crockpot Tuscan chicken is a Pinterest recipe. Baked sandwiches are the like sliders, lunch meat sliders with the Hawaiian rolls, and we have some of those in the freezer. Bacon cheeseburger casserole. There's another cheeseburger thing. For some reason, it's cheeseburger season. Lasagna one night, and I'm going to do these egg wraps to make it low carb. And that just sounded good. And then a taco casserole that's on Pinterest that I have made before and the kids all really liked. The bacon cheeseburger was one that I made just a while back and the kids really liked. And then I just kind of plan the main dish. Some of these won't need another side dish, like a side dish with them at all. I just plan the main dish, and then I know what generally fruits and vegetables I need to have on hand for making sure that I have 4 sides. So that's why you don't see like everything exactly planned out. I did write down broccoli salad because that is something that the kids really like. And I thought, ooh, one of these meals, especially one of those like cheeseburger meals, that would be good with. So, all right, we're going to tuck that off to the side. So let's see what I picked up to make those meals happen. First round is all of the cold stuff. All right. These are for casseroles on bagels that we get from the food pantry, anything like that. String cheese, if my kids are still hungry after a meal and they have eaten seconds, if seconds are available, and they're still hungry, they can come into the kitchen and get a meat stick, a cheese stick, a spoonful of peanut butter, a hard-boiled egg, a squeezy pouch, or a homemade protein popsicle. So that's what those are for. They are not something that we get out a whole lot. It's not something I get out and like put on their plates for lunch, anything like that. Goat cheese are on Sunday evenings. We have charcuterie board for dinner. And so I will pull out just one of these per week. So these 3 should last us 3 weeks. This one probably won't. This flavor was so good. The Spring Garden, me and especially my oldest really liked this, like on crackers. I would eat it with like pork rinds, that kind of thing. I kind of wanted to try doing maybe like a wrap with the egg wrap with this in it and like lunch meat. Some like sliced carrots or something like that would be really good. Maybe for lunch one day with the kids. I'll do it with tortillas for them. Mount Cheesemore. There are 8 sharp cheddar, 8 mozzarella, and 8 Colby Jack. The reason why I buy an entire box of them is because I shred all of our cheese by hand. It is sometimes cheaper like that per ounce. Sometimes it's not. The biggest thing for us is that the pre-shredded cheese that you buy at the store has filler in it that makes it not cake together, not stick together. I'm not a huge fan of that ingredient, 1, but then 2, it ups the carb content on it. So I just shred all of our cheese. I have like a hand crank cheese shredder, and I shred it and put it in containers and freeze it, and then we have it for the rest of the month. Also, I picked up a little bit extra this time, even though we didn't need quite this much. I still have some of both of these in the freezer, and I still have, I think, a couple of blocks in the refrigerator. It was on sale this week from $1.99, and it was $1.79 per block. So that was worth it for me to go ahead and pick up a little bit extra, and that's where that little squeaky bit extra that we have in our grocery budget came in. A gallon of milk. Strawberry whipped cream for on pancakes, waffles, anything like that I do. We've also been doing, the kids will go out and pick mulberries, and for dessert I will put mulberries and a sprinkle of chocolate chips and some whipped cream on top and call that a dessert in the middle of the week. Heavy whipping cream I used for several things, casseroles, soups, and then I also make a low carb ice cream for me with it. 2 things of butter. 3 things of Greek yogurt for breakfasts. Cottage cheese is a quick snack that sometimes the kids will eat it with applesauce for breakfast, something along those lines. The Moo Tubes was a very sweet little toothless boy, was asking very kindly for some Moo Tubes. So I said yes, knowing full well those will be gone in a matter of 2 days. Sliced cheese to make those sliders with, and then also I will use the provolone as my favorite, and it was on sale this week, so I went ahead and got it. I will use it in, like, if I do a wrap, or sometimes I'll just do like lunch meat and cheese rolled up and have that for lunch. The kielbasa is my backup meal. I do not have a meal planned for this, but if I have a night where I don't feel good, or we're running late, or something comes up where I didn't get meat thawed out or whatever, this is my go-to backup. I will pull out this and do like peas and boxed mac and cheese. and call it good. Or I've done like sausage sheet pan meal. Sausage fajitas is really good. It's just a nice, quick, and easy. Pull it out and use it. I already said what the egg life wraps are for. Lunch meat for lunches. We do a rotation of lunch meat and cheese with fresh veggies. Chicken nuggets, summer sausage or salami, cheese quesadillas or grilled cheese sandwiches, and then another lunch meat, and then leftover pizza is our Saturdays. So we just kind of rotate through those. The kids know every day what's going to happen because of that. The sausage for breakfast for dinner. I picked up 10 pounds of ground turkey. I use this. We get ground beef and ground deer meat from the food pantry, and then we also got a couple of small deer this fall that we did most of it as ground meat. And I don't like the taste of red meat. I'm trying. It's growing on me, but it's just never been my thing. I actually did not eat red meat for a long time. So I mix, whenever I do like ground deer meat, I will do half and half with ground turkey, and that kind of dulls it down a little bit, makes it not quite so potent. So I use that anytime that I am making something with half ground beef, half ground turkey. And at this point, we usually go through 2 pounds with leftovers from that. If I do 1 pound of meat, it's pushing it to not be enough for us, especially if my husband's home. So that's what that's for. A bag of chicken wings. I have been doing this. We do pizza night every Friday night, and I haven't been in the mood for pizza, for like making me my own low carb pizza. So I've just been doing some chicken wings in the air fryer, and I can make that bag last usually 3 meals worth. That's like 8 to 10 chicken wings. So yeah, that's what I've been doing. The burgers for burger night. 2 bags of the boneless, skinless chicken thighs for all of those recipes that called for chicken pretty much. These are a rare thing that they don't usually have, and when I see them, I pick them up. They are my popsicles. They get the moo tubes, I get the popsicles, right? I do share. Some frozen, so the kids eat fresh fruit to begin with. When the fresh fruit runs out, then they can have frozen or canned fruit. So that's what these are for: smoothies, in oatmeal, in yogurt, whatever, however they want to use them. Strawberries, tropical blend, and then 2 things of blueberries. Whole chicken, because this is not the cheapest way to get a whole chicken. Unfortunately, that price has gone up so much. Used to be able to get them as low as like 65 cents a pound. Then they were like 99 cents a pound, and now this was $1 something a pound. But I've been craving whole roasted chicken. That is like my favorite thing. So, and then my husband wanted to pick up some steak for him. So that's what that is. Well, not just him, but he's been craving steak. So he would gladly be a like meat and potatoes kind of guy. So yeah. All right. Excuse me. That is round 1. I am going to put all these cold things away, and I'll be back with round 2. Well, fruits and veggies. All right, we got a thing of peaches. Avocados are technically a fruit. I just noticed that one got a little damaged on the way home. Avocados. Everybody jokes about the fact that they all get ripe at the same time. They do. I put mine in with my bananas. That actually helps ripen them faster for some reason. Some chemical that the bananas put off or something about some science thing. As soon as they are just about ripe, then I put them in the refrigerator, and they will last like that for a couple of weeks at least. I have no issues with that. They will ripen in the refrigerator slowly, so don't leave them in there for a super long time, but that helps them last a little bit longer. The cantaloupe was a decent price. I think it was $1.99. Not great, but the kids all were like, please. So I picked up one of those. Bunches of bananas, because my kids are monkeys, and we use them in smoothies and whatnot. We still have apples, lemons, and limes, and then, like I said, canned and frozen fruit. So that's why there's just not a whole lot there. We are also getting raspberries right now from our bushes, which I need to go pick, by the way. Ugh, it's 5 o'clock, y'all, and I don't have dinner done, or have even thought about dinner. all this food. All right, cauliflower for random sides, cherry tomatoes for snacky lunches. I feel like there was one of the meals that I had planned that was going to use some of those too. So I'm so ready for our garden to start producing cherry tomatoes. These 6 cherry tomato plants that I planted. Broccoli, I just got a little bit this time because I have some in the freezer from where we got those 2 big bags of broccoli from the food pantry, and I blanched and froze those. 2 things of the mini bell peppers for kids for lunches. Some cucumbers for lunches, carrots for lunches or meals, lettuce for sure the one salad, the Big Mac salad, and then we will probably have lettuce or a salad one other night just as a side salad. The spaghetti squash are coming to the end of being available because they are a fall crop and they overwinter. So yeah, I'm sad to see those go, but I have ones planted and I'm going to put up the good fight against those stupid zucchini bugs this year. The spinach is for that, can't think now, brain dying, the crock pot Tuscan chicken. And then I probably won't use all of it for that. I don't think it called for the entire thing. I put this in the freezer just as it is. And then you can pull out handfuls of frozen spinach, crunch them up if you have a recipe that calls for chopped spinach. Just crunch it up while it's frozen and it works great. Or you can throw that right into your smoothies frozen. Works great. And then sweet potatoes, because I was craving sweet potatoes and I thought one of those burger nights we would probably do sweet potato fries and then like sausage sheet pan meal with some sweet potato or something. I don't know. I really like sweet potato. It's obviously not super low carb, so I watch how much I eat of it, but they're so good. So yeah, I don't know that I could ever give up vegetables and even like the carby vegetables completely. You can get rid of potatoes for me. That's not the end of the world, but sweet potatoes I would miss. All right. That is round 2. Once again, I'm going to go put all of this stuff up and then I'll be back with the last of it, which shouldn't be too terribly much because it's all the shelf stable stuff. All right, last round, and this is the shelf-stable items, and like I said, this is a lot of what we get from the food pantry, so that's why you don't see a whole lot of, like, pantry goods, is because we really do get a lot of this from the food pantry. So, all right, snack stuff-wise, these are actually not for a snack. These are for one of those meals. Haystacks. And then that we won't eat the entire bag, although we'll probably get close to it. So the rest of them will just be for whatever we use them for. These are snacks. One time a day at 3 o'clock in the afternoon, my kids get to get into what we call the snack box, which is just kind of like the snack area in the pantry. And anything granola bar, anything like that we get from the food pantry is where that goes, and they get to pick one thing. So that's what these are for. These were the special requested items. So the mini iced oatmeal cookies, these alphabet cookies are delicious. These are the best animal crackers that exist on the market, and you will not convince me otherwise. I don't care. Nope. These are the best. They have a light lemon flavor to them, and they are so good. And as weird as it may sound, they're even better when they get stale and are slightly soft. That's my take. I picked up the Clubhouse crackers to do with the that goat cheese that was the garden herb, whatever, or garden vegetable one. Some peanut butter cups for sweet treat. Usually with lunch, I let the kids pick, like, they'll get like a Hershey Kiss, one of these, anything like that, like the little pieces of candy that we get from the food pantry as well. Cured meats, shelf-stable-ish meats. For lunch, one day we will do summer sausage or hard salami. The summer sausage will last us more than one meal, and the hard salami will last us more than one meal. So this is probably 2 meals worth, and this is probably 2 meals worth. A thing of pepperoni for making homemade pizzas. We still had some of that on hand. This is a mom treat. If I snack, and I rarely snack, a lot of times I will actually end up eating like a decent sized breakfast, and then I'll just snack for lunch, and I'll have like a piece of this and a cheese stick and like maybe like a couple of those crackers with the goat cheese on it, and call that lunch, and then I'm fine until dinner. So that's kind of what that is for, is that's just a kind of That's their snacks. This is my snacks. Once again, if the kids are hungry after a meal, meat stick is what these are. Cheese stick, spoonful of peanut butter. You know my spiel. We were out of butterscotch chips. We use these for in oatmeal, in yogurt, making muffins, just randomness like that. 2 things of flour tortillas. We use these. These are what I use to make the kids' quesadillas for lunches. My daughter also likes to do like egg burrito for breakfast in those a lot of times. Some sweet and sour sauce. I did not have Chinese food on the menu, but we saw that they had it and I wanted it for the pantry, so I went ahead and picked one up. Barbecue sauce. Italian dressing. I like to make a cucumber tomato salad and put this on it, or even just a cucumber salad or just a tomato salad, no matter what. It's delicious. So that's what that is for, and I'm really looking forward to those cherry tomatoes from the garden. Mint ice cream, mint chewing gum for the kids. I hate chewing gum. I've never enjoyed chewing gum. Some Nutella as a treat for the kids. They will put this on like bagels on, my one daughter likes to put it in her yogurt, that kind of thing. Mint tea is everybody's favorite around here, so we go through that. I need to get the mint out of we have mint plants growing, and so I need to get out there and get it harvested because it's growing right now. This I use for making smoothie popsicles for the kids. These are, we normally buy the drink flavors. It's a great way of getting your kids to drink water without too terribly much junk in it. They don't put a whole lot in there. So these are all 0 calorie, 1 carb for the 1 squirt of it or whatever. And we tried these flavors last year and everybody really liked them. I think the strawberry lemonade was the favorite, but flour and for just having on hand, sugar, because I used quite a bit of sugar last week. I made 2 different batches of jam. One of them I did low sugar, so it didn't use a whole lot, but the other one was not low sugar, so I put a dent in my sugar. And then brown sugar I picked up 2 of because I went to make chocolate chip cookie bars for a church get-together last month and realized I had no brown sugar. It's not something that I use too terribly often, and so I ended up having to make brown sugar with, you can make, didn't know if you knew this, brown sugar is just regular sugar with molasses stirred in, and I just happen to have molasses on hand from like who knows when. This stuff lasts forever. So I just made my own really quick, but I wanted to go ahead and get some of that. When COVID was going on and they were having the food restrictions, I set back some extra things. I was not hoarding food by any stretch of the imagination, but I did have like an extra bag of flour on hand, an extra bag of sugar, an extra bag of brown sugar. And I didn't realize that I had used my backup bag of brown sugar and had none. And like I said, it's something that I use probably once every 3 months, but now I have it and I don't have to worry about not having it again because I took those chocolate chip cookie bars to that meal and they went over really well. They were gone really fast. So next time I think I need to do a double batch. So yeah, I will have that on hand for that because that's a nice, quick and easy dessert to take. So, all right, that is everything. Give me just a second for you, a couple minutes for me. I need to go find my receipt and then I'll be back with a total. Okay, I don't have my receipt. I know it was $4.18 is what we spent. And like I said, our goal is to stay under $500 a month. We have that flex of up to $600 a month. And like, there are a couple of things that we order from Amazon that fit into the food, like a specific protein powder, bacon bits that are cheaper to buy through them per ounce, those kind of things that some of that will come out of. And then also usually toward the end of the month, we will do another small run of like fresh fruits and vegetables to the grocery store. And a lot of times I actually just have my husband pick that up on his way home. So that's where at $4.18 we have up to preferably to get to that 500. We've got another, what, $80, yeah, $75, $80 to spend. That's what that will be for. And then, like I said, then I watch for, there is the one town that we go to go to the food pantry has a Save a Lot in it, which is like a grocery store chain. And they run deals sometimes on different meats and those kind of things. So I watch their sales ad. If I'm going to be in there for that food pantry, I will pop in there if they have any good deals. So that kind of gives me that little bit of flex there to possibly to fit in a deal if it works out during that time period. Oh, I'm rambling. Okay, I'm going to put these things away, and then I got to go figure out which of those meals I'm making for dinner. I have some ideas. All right. Thank you so much for watching this. I'm sure this was a long one. I can't tell because I put it into separate pieces, but yeah. Okay. Thank you so much for watching this. I hope you have a great day. Goodbye and God bless.